Hi there, and welcome to our second episode of the Silverado Today Show. We've got a great lineup for you today. We've got Cody, who doesn't need an introduction or a title, but he's the Director of Club Operations. David Walter, who is our Director of Agronomy. I said it right, Dave. We also had the pleasure of interviewing and spending some time with Chef Patrick, our executive chef here on the campus, out in his beautiful new garden. And last but certainly not least, I had a chance to sit down and spend some time with a few of my colleagues on the board. Mark Cook, who's the Director of Golf, Peggy Morawski, who is in charge and helps us with women's golf as well as mixed golf, and also Dennis Smith, who is focused on men's golf. So I know you're going to enjoy hearing from all of them. On a different note, I want to just thank you for the great feedback we got after our first episode. In fact, we got a few suggestions that we're implementing this round. One of them is we're going, for all you sports enthusiasts out there, we're going to put a link on our members' website and it'll be there every month, and we'll have all of the current leaders in the various sports. So golf, men's golf, women's golf, mixed golf, and when tennis has their round robin tournaments, we'll list them as well. So it'll be very current. You'll get to see who's leading in what areas, and I think it'll be really interesting and fun. We'll throw some pictures in there as well. Other than that, I hope you will grab that little cocktail, that little glass of wine, or a cup of coffee or tea, and enjoy the show. Hi, Cody. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Kathleen?
I'm good. I'm just really happy that you are with us. Cody is as everyone knows, our Director of Club Operations here. He doesn't really need an introduction. So, Cody, we have so much going on here, and through these Silverado Today shows, we're trying to update our members on things that are happening overall within the entire premises, and maybe you can give us a little update on some of the projects that are going on.
Absolutely. I mean, thank you for the time to be able to get together and chat about this. We've had a lot of exciting projects going on, as we all know, over the last year, but really, right now we've just completed a bit of the roofing project, which was a big one. We're glad to have that. The cranes are gone. They've pulled out. So we're happy there. Really related to food and beverage as we get into the busy season. The Airstreams, I know we've talked about that before. And for our snack shacks near the market and in the pool. They're all underway. We're working on getting the permitting and getting all those in place. Working out a few kinks that were unexpected, but everything comes with a few unexpected twists and turns, and the team's working diligently on those.
That's so cool. I love that. They look beautiful too.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, the marketing team's also working on some branding for those, as well as our beverage carts, to really, make them fit a little bit more with our overall new brand.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. The other exciting one is the grill. So we just did a bit of a facelift to the grill, new furniture, new paint, new fixtures. It's a beautiful space, much more inviting to spend time in. And we also just launched a new menu in there. So I know Chef Patrick and the whole team are really excited for members and guests to come in and experience it.
That's great. I mean, It's kind of like boom, boom, you can do the little facelift and then we get new and interesting food. I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And then from a golf standpoint, I know we've been out there, experienced the practice facility. Appreciate everyone's patience with the project as we've waiting for the grass to grow in. But David Walter, his team have been really working hard. They have a goal to get that completed and open by July 4th. He actually has a little wager on the line with David Karam, and so I'm confident it's going to get done.
Yeah. So that'll be fully functioning?
Yeah, so we'll be allowed to utilize the grass. Wow. So the mats are great, and our plan to use those mats on big tournament days where it's high activity and want to maintain the integrity of the turf. So that'll be open here, very shortly. And
the mats, just the whole setup now, even though it's not fully functional, is so classy. I mean, it's about time that we were able to do that.
We, it's been a few years, and COVID, where we had to pull everything off the range, and you couldn't touch anything, and we had to get rid of some stuff. We were finally able to get all the new, ball receptacles and amenity cart and that in. So we're excited to utilize that more. And then the chipping green, that was another part of that project. We took 3.5 feet of sand off the face of that bunker that had built up over the last decade. It's amazing how much larger that space feels now with that being a little bit more playable. So
I have to go out there and try that. It certainly wouldn't hurt my game to be out at the chipping.
we could all use some more time on the chipping green.
Yeah, that's
where
great.
You get those points shaved off.
Short game.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good.
And then the other thing I'd like to mention is related to the course signage. So as part of our overall rebranding project, we've seen the new brand logo, colors, and themes that are out there. We've started the signage project. We're waiting on a few more pieces to come in, but it's really replacing all the hole signs on both golf courses and all the directional signs. So making sure our members and guests, know how to get around the property. We've probably added about 30 new signs. So really trying to make sure that everyone has a sense of where they are and where they're headed. And that's the start of a larger project for the entire resort side as well. So the golf's getting done, but you'll see signs probably later this year through the entire property within rooms and everything.
That's great. So people won't be getting lost. I mean,
it's a common thing here with our guests, those that haven't been on the property before.
Right.
It's a big property, 350 acres, and a lot of different room components too. So a huge project and one we're really excited about.
That's cool. Well, thanks. I like that. I like all those projects. And you guys are also spending a ton of money, which we love. I mean, it's nice to see KSL investing in the property and really giving it a nice facelift, which we needed. So
absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think KSL's done a great job of really spending meaningful money on areas that have needed love for some time, and we want to make sure they're having an impact on our member experience.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
On another bright note, tell us a little bit about the Blue Note, the jazz 3-day.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the partnership with Blue Note's been very exciting, working with them, and I think they have a lot of great acts, whether it's at their local spot here or through some of the series and festival. But really for us, being able to focus in on the 3-day jazz festival in July, we're excited about that opportunity. We think it's a great opportunity to bring some new people to Silverado and experience what we do. And it's going to be a new experience for all of us too. I know there's a history of music in the driving range space many years ago I've heard about.
Oh yeah.
Some great acts from some of our longtime members. And,
really?
And I think bringing some of that excitement back to the property is really important.
That's cool.
And all of our members do get access to that event, complimentary for the 3 days.
Right.
And it has some impact on the weekend. As part of that, we are closing the north course for 3 days. But the south course is dedicated to member-only play for all 3 of those days.
That's nice.
So the resort is completely bought out by the jazz festival. So they're going to be in every room, all of our conference spaces, and have bought out the golf course. So it is a great piece of business for us, and should be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Frank and I always go to it when it was downtown at the Oxbow area, and boy, talk about lively and great music, great entertainment.
Yeah, and I think they still have that again this year. So a lot of music in Napa this summer.
It's
going to
cool.
be great.
Wonderful. Well, let's shift gears now to golf again. What's happening with Fortinet? Can you give us an update? Is there any new news?
Yeah, we're within 100 days now.
Jeez, who's counting, right?
Yeah, it comes up quick every year, it seems like. But it's a lot of changes with golf and professional golf over the last couple of years, and our recent news. It's hard to know what to think about it, but I think in the end of the day, everyone's working towards something positive and trying to create a platform for our golfers to really compete. We're proud to be a part of it. But this year's Fortinet, it's in September, the week of September 11th. And we're going to have our entertainment still. There's going to be a little bit of a layout change in the golf courses to accommodate better hospitality. And so we're excited with some of that, and I think a lot of those details we'll be communicating out through email. And what opportunities come in addition this year for our members. I think the Tuesday caddy
Right.
shot from the terrace, that's something that we're going to make a fun member event out of.
Oh, that's cool.
More so than it was last year. Invite
Right.
all of our members to it. And then hopefully we'll get the actual musicians that we can announce for that week. I think they know them, but we haven't been ready to release that to members in the public yet. So
I was just going to ask you if you're getting close.
we're getting close.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe by the time this video comes out, it'll already be announced.
Okay, cool. Do you know?
I don't know
Oh,
with
you don't.
100% certainty.
Okay.
No.
I was going to like pry a little bit, but
Yeah, they're. I mean,
Is it good? Are
I've
they
heard
good?
some names. Yeah, I think
Okay.
every year they're trying to elevate it.
Right,
And so
right.
that's one thing I think they have done year after year, and I'd expect the same this year.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
great. Good. What about volunteers? I mean, I've had a few members. Some of my buddies asked me about it, and are they still looking for volunteers? Or
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. I mean, volunteering is something that makes all PGA events happen. It's a huge component of it. We've always really appreciated our membership stepping up to volunteer, and typically they want to make sure our members are the ones in the key volunteer positions because they know the property. They're all ambassadors to the property, and so there are still opportunities. And the best way to register for that, if you haven't already, is just to go to fortinetchampionship.com.
okay,
And there's a volunteer registration. I think within that you can note that you're a country club member.
okay.
And whether you've done it before or this is the first time, I think we'd love to
Cool.
have you be a part of it.
That's great. Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about things that are happening. What about future things that you're looking at or that you want to share with us?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things on the horizon in the future. I think, in this opportunity, certainly with the season getting a little bit busier, we had a quiet winter with all the rain,
Yep.
but with more activity on the golf courses, one area that I really do want to touch on today is just our pet policies.
Oh, okay.
We are proud to be a more pet-friendly property, and I think it's a key part of our community. But we do have some guidelines regarding pets being on leashes,
Right.
being under control, cleaning up after them, and really, respecting your other members, community members, and the property. So we are working towards some more refined policies related to pets, and also the potential of some dedicated areas on the property that maybe could be used more as a dog park, because the golf courses really are not intended to be a dog
Right.
park, and nor should we have dogs out there during golfing hours from just a safety standpoint.
That'd be cool, though, to have actual like little dog parks here and there.
Yeah, it'd be
Wow,
fun.
I love it.
A lot of communities have them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times it's looked at like we have 350 acres of a dog park, but that's really not the intent of our golf courses, and we need to tidy that up.
Yeah,
So I'd
that's
expect some
great.
stuff to come out with
Good.
that. Yeah.
Good. Well, Cody, thank you. This has been so cool. Is there this is a great opportunity for you because you've got like our membership's undivided attention. Is there anything else that you want to share or last words of wisdom? I don't know.
Sure. I think, for me, I feel so grateful to be able to come to Silverado every day for work. I look out at the views
Yeah,
and
this is unbelievable.
the people we meet, and just seeing a smiling face and that warm heart, I think something that's really important to our community. And so, from time to time, we certainly see things happen on the property that really aren't welcome. And so I just encourage members and our guests, all of our staff, to really treat others with kindness and respect. I think if we all, put on a smile and say something kind, you never know what somebody's going through in their life. And so if we can just do that gesture, I think it's going to impact everybody in a great way.
I love that. That is so true. I mean, you never know what someone's going through, and thank you. I love that. So
Yeah.
you're a great leader.
Oh, my pleasure. I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso too, but somebody that I find inspiring.
Yeah.
It's a great show, and I just there's little bits of that we can take away, and good reminders of how we should be treating others in this world.
That's great. Good. Thank you. Well, Cody, thanks for spending time, and we're going to grab you again like in another quarter, not in the not too distant future. But we appreciate everything you and your entire team do for us here, and I really want to reinforce that. And it's a pleasure to have you here and to have you leading the troops. So thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. Appreciate all your leadership from a club standpoint and putting this on.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. Yeah.